Hey guys, Zero here with the final installment of A Tale of Two Thunderbolts. This is my buddy Rob's Thunderbolts. If you've watched some of the other videos, you know that one of these is a recast and one of these is an original Forge World kit. And he finally got them all painted up real nice. Let me give you a quick look here at some of the details that he's got on here. Got nice ruined tank pieces there and dreadnought pieces there. Very cool. He's got grass and flock, or not flock, but the gravel, which is basically sand, and then he's got the static grass on there. And I always like the static grass. I like the way the static grass makes models look. He painted it up brown just like the rest of his army, so you can see there some of the detail. Sorry about that. I apologize, I know I'm moving the camera a lot, guys, but I just wanted you to see all the cool stuff these models have. So I'll spin this one around. I think he did a great job. Everything's done with brush, so no airbrushing, just regular paintbrush. So he sprayed the base coat and he painted on the higher trim color. And then he did all the washing, all the ink, stuff like that in there. And then he painted on he dry brushed on the highlights. Real basic. I like the color scheme. It's very old school Imperial armor, Aeronautica, very simple, very basic paint scheme. He still has to number them, so he's still going to go through the painting the numbers on, so that at least he knows on the table which one is which. At this point, it is very difficult to identify which is the recast and which is the real one, which was the point of this little series of videos. It's kind of just to drive my point home that in the end, when you're done painting these models, and if you put them together the way they're supposed to be put together, especially with resin, a little gas cap there, you can see some of the molding. The canopy there. I really like the way this plane looks. Just the Thunderbolt is a really cool plane design. But you can see, like, from here, you can't tell which one is which. And it doesn't really matter. In the end, they're both Thunderbolts and they're both usable in a game, which is, why he originally got them, because he loves the Thunderbolts. He has an Aeronautica force that has Imperial planes, and he's got a ton of Thunderbolts in that too, And kind of the same paint schemes, is just like a gray and blue, like a grayish, bluish light gray. Same style of paint though. But again, recast or original. I mean, if you can buy the original, buy it, sure, no doubt. But I asked him, and he said that he's got no regrets on buying the recast, and that given the opportunity, he would have actually preferred to buy two recasts as opposed to the original and the recast. And that's just preference. I mean, building the two kits, he built them from the ground up, so he had to do all the work, to fix them both, the warping on the wings and stuff like that. And so for him, it was about the same amount of work, so he feels like he might as well have just bought two of the recasts. It would have just been more affordable for him. And again, I can't blame him. It is what it is. Everybody makes their own choices. Your finances dictate what you can and can't afford. You know, but you should not be able to, you shouldn't be excluded from playing these types of models just because they're a little bit out of your price range, because Forge World is, you know, a little, it's got issues. So here's an Aeronautica plane. This is one of his Aeronautica Thunderbolts, and it is very tiny. But you see it's got the gray and the light gray. Same basic principle in painting design. And the blue canopy. But you know what? It doesn't matter what scale this plane is in. It just looks really good. It has got a really good look to it. So that's very cool. So now it's a tale of 3 Thunderbolts. But, so yeah, that's, like I said, for me personally, if we were at the table and we were playing 40K and he revealed to me that they were both recasts, I really don't give a shit. Because in the end, they're just models representing stats in a game that, you know, we really don't have to spend money on. We choose to. So for him to do that, that would be fine for me. But that's it, guys. A Tale of 2 Thunderbolts is over. He said it took him about 9 hours to paint each one, roughly. So it's not too bad. Plus dealing with a new baby and a bunch of other stuff. So, you know, he did a pretty good job, actually, in my book. I'm going to take this one off quickly. Second. So you guys can see underneath. And some missiles there. Hunter killers, I believe. And then, no, hold on to that. I want to take a quick look at the base detail you got here. So it's like a ruined predator. Is that a helmet? Yep. And a dead blood angel, which is
or corn.
Or a corn guy, yeah.
Let
Let the viewer decide. That's cool. And then this one has there's a Contemptor Dreadnought.
It's a Prometheus.
Oh yeah, that's the Primaris Dreadnought.
Primaris,
Yeah, the I can't remember the name. Repulsor Dreadnought?
Yeah.
No, that's the tank. Redemptor Dreadnought.
Yeah.
And then some Rhino doors. So, there you go. There is the... I like this thing. We have to play more games of this. This is such a fun game. If you haven't played Aeronautica, you should try it out. See if you can download the rules. It's a very fun game. But there you go, guys. That is the Tale of 2 Thunderbolts finale wrapped up. Forge World versus Recast. Recast wins in this one. Sorry, Forge World, but you just didn't make the cut, man. But in the end, I guess you have 2 Thunderbolts, so it doesn't really matter which one is which at this point. But given the opportunity, he probably would have just gotten the the Forge World one was about 120 several years back, like years ago. And this one was 52 last year. It's still 52 shipped.
52, 54.
Yeah. This one was 125, 6 years ago. Something like that. So I don't know what it costs right now. But there you go. Forge World versus China. China wins this round. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.